Hi guys, it's Omega. Happy Labor Day. Well, actually the day's almost over. I hope you all had a really nice Labor Day weekend. I did, and it was quite a full weekend, but today I decided to spend a little time in my craft room, and I was just kind of putzing around a little bit. Not really getting a lot done, but I kind of played around with something I just got that I wanted to share with you all because it's really a great deal, especially if you're doing the new rave on YouTube amongst us crafters is the little pocket um, things that you can make for like shaker cards or shaker projects. And I have one of the pockets. I used to actually store my you know how you can get the stamps that are the small sets, and you can store them in these little pockets that were made for trading cards. So I've had some of these, and so I wanted to kind of play around with it today. And what I found was there is a YouTuber that shows how to use alternative products, and lots of times products that you may already have that you can use in a different way when you're crafting. The channel is the Frugal Crafter. And it's really neat how, I can't remember her name, but that's the name of her channel. And I'll put a link down below, with her channel on it. But she had showed not very long ago, probably about 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, can't remember now, but how she had a wood burning tool that she had, and then suddenly this new fuse tool came out, and really they're the same thing. Now, with these wood burning tools, I got mine, and this is the box that it came in, and you can see here it's made by Doris. Camera focus. Made by Doris. This is it at Joann Fabrics is where I got it. And it's in the section, I have my tool heating here, so I have to be careful. But it's in the section, as you can see, someone's actually cutting a stencil here, but you can see images of wood burning there. It's used for wood burning, and it's in the aisle where they have wood projects, and it comes in a little storage container, as you can see. And with this also comes several different tips. These are the various tips. Now, I found that this particular tip wasn't very sturdy. Hopefully my camera will focus because I want you to see that. Come on, camera, focus please. There it is. This tip is not very sturdy in the tool. I had it in there, and actually if you're pressing, this kind of gets, it doesn't bend, but it's kind of loose in there. So that one wasn't very sturdy. I went with the tip that can screw directly into the end. So that's a lot more sturdy. So I just thought I'd point that out on this particular tool. But it has several different tips for various different uses in wood burning. And then you can also use it for cutting stencil out of stencil material. And you can use it for fusing on these little plastic pockets. So I'm going to share with you what I did. I just kind of played around with this sheet, and as you can see, one whole row I've already taken off the end. What I did, it was cut it off and kind of played with those 3 pockets for a while. And so what I'm going to do is just show you how this fused very well. I just kind of went around the bottom edge of that pocket, and you can see that it is totally fused along the side edge there, totally fused. Really does a perfect job. Now, this tool at Joann's cost $19.99, and of course I used the coupon for, I think it was 40% off, because I do remember I paid $11.99 for the tool with all of these tips. So I'm going to go along, and then I simply use a metal ruler that I already had. You don't have to have the particular tool that they have in the other fuse set. Now, I'm not knocking that one, but I'm just saying this is another alternative, and I found it so cheap that I thought it was, worth it. worth getting. So I'm going to go along the edge of this pocket. I kind of cut off the tip, that the end, you know, that where that, I must have dropped it on the floor somewhere, but it was the end here that goes into a notebook. The ring had the holes. I had already kind of cut that off, but I'm going to cut this edge just to make it clean and just show you how this tool works. So it's been heating up here for a little while, and you can see that's a pointed tip. And if you take it a little bit slow, it will actually fuse the one side and make the other one come apart from the page. And just taking it rather slow with the tip pointing down, kind of a firm, steady hand on it, not pressing particularly hard, but it did a perfect job. Have to just pull loose some of it. But as you can see here, the edge of that page is fused perfectly, and there. Just a perfect fuse job. I'm sorry, I may not have been right on frame there. Hope my camera will focus so you can really see. But I want you to see as I go along that edge, it's totally fused. And it really, really does a good job. So I think the tool was actually the same kind of tool, simply marketed for different crafting. So that's what that does. So this can be used perfectly well for the pocket cards. So I'm going to take and actually fuse along the bottom edge of this one, and that way detach these from each other. And like I said, if you go slow and steady, you're going to get a nice, clean edge that will just detach, but yet fuse. Now, I didn't want to close that top, but I was able to take this bottom edge off, and now I have 2 full pocket pages. Then I can also cut those. Now, I've seen so many crafters do different things, but if you take a sheet protector like this, a page protector, and I'm going to go along and take this edge off of this one. And this is a little bit thinner than those, so I probably don't have to move quite as slowly. This heats up pretty hot, so you have to be careful when you're using it. I actually have a double layer of heat material, protected material here. And there, that's one of the page protectors. Being so thin, it really comes loose really, really well. And as you can see, I'm just going to show you that that page is totally fused, perfectly fused. So if you are wanting to make some kind of page where you're doing different sizes of pockets, you can do that. And what you would do, and I'm just going to take actually the bottom edge here. I'm going to show you. If you don't want to detach the pieces, then with this particular one, it doesn't have heat levels on it. It's simply you plug it in and it heats up. So there's no on-off switch on this one. But what you would do with this, if you're doing this where you don't want to detach, you can do it where you can stagger the fusing. And that way, whoops, you would have an edge here that is separated from this side, but you can use just that portion and leave it in the page. So what I did is kind of perforated that. And then another thing you could do, just say you want to do another, just say another size, you can move more quickly along that edge, and that will fuse it without separating the paper, or not the paper, the plastic. It's not paper. So as you can see here, you can make a different size pocket in the same page, but just separate your portion. So you can see there that I did it two ways. Here, I kind of did a stitching kind of perforation. Then here, I did a straight line, but I moved along quickly enough that it did not burn through. And so you could practice that, but that does give you a separation in the page. Whereas you have several different sections, but still all in the same page. There is another crafter that showed a very pretty scrapbook page that she was doing, whereas she wanted to separate the pages on her plastic page protector without detaching the pieces. I'm going to try to find hers and link that as well, because she really did a good job, and I just really am coming on today to share the tool itself, letting you know there's other things available. And this, I have not seen the Fuse tool in the craft stores around me. So when I saw this and had seen the Frugal Crafter demonstrate that, I just thought I would get this instead. $11.99. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on and show you that, so that if you're looking to make a purchase for one of those, you can do this as an alternative. Here's where I showed you how I detached the two pieces. And here is where I showed you that you can actually keep the page together and make sections in the page and have a full page but have different sections. Alrighty, so I'm just sharing that. I'll probably come back later showing you how I use this, doing the shaker cards and maybe a page as well. So I just wanted to come on to share the tool today with you. And again, this is what it looks like in the box. It's a wood burning tool made by Doris. Hopefully you can see that. But just wanted to share. Also, it shows where, let me show you the back, where you can cut stencil. This one here is showing stencil cutting, how you can etch and burn shapes and things in wood. So really, really just a handy tool. I like it very much and just wanted to share it. So talk to you later, guys. Bye.